In this session, we're looking to decrease muscle tissue tension, connective tissue tension, decrease the sympathetic nervous system, push some fluid around, and bring down discomfort, and leave you feeling good. We're going to start off with the thoracic spine, so let's come down to the roller. And we'll start by undoing gravity. Get down underneath the shoulder blades here. Lock the fingers behind the head. Let your neck relax into your hands. Oh God. And it's already begun. And just breathe and get some extension over the roller. I'm cracking and popping like bubble wrap. Bring some abdominal tension here. We're looking to mobilize the different segments of the vertebrae through extension, work through the connective tissue, the ligaments and the joint capsules there. Just give you a reset after the day. The vertebrae are around 1.5 inches or so in height, so looking to move that amount up or down. You can press into the feet and lift yourself and do a little bit of a move and then find your next spot and oh man. Breathing, easing into things, and gravity. What the heck? You're gonna do some stretching of the neck here. Breathing, expanding through the ribs will help mobilize the joints of the rib as they attach into the vertebrae. On the exhale, I find myself able to release and get some more extension there. And then you can just kind of play, moving up or down again. By all means, you can keep some abdominal tension here too and just kind of do some gentle rolling up and down, supporting the back with the intention of more working through the muscles of the back rather than mobilizing the vertebrae. Both are important. Nothing could be more important right now. And just be in your body, bring your mind into things, let everything else go and breathe and take some time for yourself. As much time as you need here. So feel free to keep going on that. Oh God. Oh, it's necessary. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get into glutes. So however you wanna do that with a ball or your roller or a grapefruit or something, who knows what you got around. One of those grapefruits that have been sitting there for a little bit longer than you thought. It's a little bit dried up, a little bit hard. I don't know what you have around. I'm not judging on what you do with your fruits and vegetables. We're going to get through glutes. We want to be around that greater trochanter. So as the femur comes up, you feel that hip bone there, or the bone at the top. And that's greater trochanter. The iliac crest here, that top hip bone, that's where the glutes are attaching into top into, and then coming down into the femur here. So somewhere in between there, getting around that greater trochanter. You just relax the glutes, let yourself in. You can do some movement here, some reaching of that heel, and then dragging the foot back. Also, you can do some internal and external rotation, some adduction and abduction in kind of a windshield wiper movement here as you work through the glutes. This could be a great way to release tension in the deep glute rotators. So sink in here, support the shoulders, support the upper body, so press a little bit back and down into the floor. Can you hear Jeremy, our rooster out there? Tell the world, Jeremy. Tell them all. Just breathe in here. Relaxing. You can do some reaching, any seated position. If you walk for a job or standing all day, glutes. We're going to get into a few postural muscles today. Not that they're all not, mostly, especially in the lower body. Use your intuition. So when you feel a spot, increased tension, some discomfort, you can just sink in, hold, no move, or move. Some reaching, some rotation, but just keep things slow and relaxed while supporting elsewhere. That's the best way to initiate a response of decreasing of tension in the tissue, whether that's fascial or muscular. To get into the outside of glutes, you can come onto that one side, roll the hip underneath, getting into the top of that greater trochanter, between that and your iliac crest, that upper hip bone. Oh man. Press into that shoulder. We're only supporting with one arm here, kind of. You can bring that other hand down anywhere you need. And you can do some pivoting. I kind of have my pinky toe down here and I'm pivoting my heel, reaching the heel long and then kind of dragging the heel back up towards me. And that's all you need for movement here. Ay caramba. Take your time here. Usually a lot to do, and then you can get right underneath the top of that iliac crest, so kind of rolling the body down to roll the ball up, to bump into the top of, or the underside of that hip bone as it comes around the side and around to the spine in the back, around to the sacrum. When you get through that whole side, then you can work on the other side. If you know that you need work more on one side than the other, you can spend some more time there. But as always, I encourage you to check out both sides. Compensation. Depending on your movements, you might do more on your non-dominant side, or you might think of or on the uninjured side if you do have a past injury in the leg or ankle or something like that. We'll just search around, breathing. Stop to drink a little bit of water anytime here. Any movement, some reaching, listen to the tissue, bring some core tension, press into the floor with your supporting shoulder. And again, you can work around that greater trochanter, but also working up just to the underside of that iliac crest, rolling yourself down to roll the ball up. That's where glute max is attaching into, working right up to the bone in both areas is really important. There's a lot of neuroreceptors in the in that attachment point in the tendon. And that really helps elicit a response of decreased tension for sure, working in that area. And then you can work all the way down even until you kind of come on to the femur. The glute max is attaching into the gluteal line on the top of the femur. So if you kind of open the hips to the ceiling a little bit more, and then you come down past the greater trochanter onto the leg bone, you might feel that attachment. You could do some flexion and extension there. Excellent. You can take a second, shake things out. The next area I'm going to go down to is the calves. I'm going to keep with my ball here and get that into the calves. Posterior muscles, the lower leg. Gastrocs is attaching across the knee. So you can work up on the inside and the outside of the knee across onto the femur here. And then we're working all the way down to the calcaneus, that heel bone, through the Achilles tendon, and then also working into the side, which will get into the fibula, the muscles along the fibula, peroneus longus and brevis. And that's all good stuff. So just take your time, work around, rotate the toe to the outside to work in the outside of the leg. Rotate the toe inward to get to that inside calf and the deep muscles of the inside there. More medial. And just cover the whole area. Listen to where tension is. The movement that we want here is flexion or plantar flexion and dorsiflexion of the ankle. So dorsiflexion, pulling the toes up towards the knees. Plantar flexion, pressing the toes down and away from you for that beautiful point. And really take your time supporting that upper body here. We use our calves all the time, but don't give them much attention. So take the time here and now. They're always usually a little bit more intense than you might think. So just relax and breathe. I'm here for you. You don't need to move fast. Better if you don't. And we're looking for a response. You know, we're not looking to just get through the muscles of the lower leg. We're looking to decrease tension in the muscles and the connective tissue of the lower leg. So we're looking to get a certain response from this. So just listen to that. And that's how long you spend here. Sometimes if you're having really a lot of issues in an area, you might spend 10, 15 minutes just in one calf, one posterior lower leg muscle group. Think about if you go see a massage therapist for something going on in, let's say, the shoulder or the ankle. They might spend a full hour working on that lower leg and ankle and foot. So take the time where you need it. It can be, it's spicy everywhere down here, for sure. But I always feel, for me especially, through the peroneals, along the fibula on the outside, muscles that support the arch. So here, some plantar and dorsiflexion, and you can work all the way down just to the behind the malleolus, the lateral malleolus, the ankle bone there. That's the bottom of the fibula. If you don't know, now you know. You can impress your friends at work tomorrow. I like the smaller ball here instead of the roller for that, because we don't have a lot of weight over top. So what little weight you have in your lower leg goes a much longer way to applying the pressure that you need into the tissue to do the work that we want to do. But you can use the foam roller if this is super intense. You can use the foam roller for all this stuff. And it's a great tool. Nice. You can check in there. If you need more work there, keep going, by all means. I'm going to switch over to the other side. And I'm probably even going faster than I would if I was just taking care of myself, just watching a movie or something like that, sitting on the floor, doing some rolling. I would probably take at least double that time to get through that one lower leg. So just some perspective on time that you might want to spend there. Oh man. Sometimes you can just laugh, Breathing here, bring your mind into the body, actively looking to make a release here in the tissue. Not only are we applying that physical pressure, friction to look to physically change, especially the fascial tissue, but we're looking to connect with the muscle tissue, tell it to let go, relax. Nervous system still amped up from the day, from walking around. Lots of people are, springtime here right now, and people are getting out to doing more walking and running and stuff. So looking to take care of your body through starting new things and the change of the seasons, whenever that is. Get all the way down to that Achilles tendon. Especially if you have things going on in the ankle or the foot, plantar fasciitis, whatever it might be, just tension in the foot. The calf is, besides also working through the foot, calf will help with all that for sure. So take your time here, keep your mind open to working where you need to. Excellent. Gonna get through pecs next. So you can use the roller here just underneath the collarbone. Otherwise, a ball like this, that 5-inch ball or so, is going to be the one to do. You can use Anything that you might have around that size, a softball or something can work too. That's pretty firm. But this is the orb, so you can check that out, or Trigger Point Therapy makes one as well. But yeah, they're out there. So we want to come into pecs, attaching into the sternum, the manubrium, up into the underside of the collarbone, the clavicle, and then crossing here into the upper arm around a bicep tendon as it passes down here. So we'll get through this and then through the front of the shoulder a bit too. We'll catch bicep tendon and the front rotator cuff muscle, subscapularis as well. You just come down to the floor, onto your chest. Relax into the ball there. You can put your head in your hand, your arm out to the side, palm on the floor. And then the movement to do, I start right next to the sternum, manubrium, chest bone in the front, and then work out towards the shoulder. To do that, you'll creep. Here I'm in my left shoulder, so I'll creep to the right to bring that ball to the left out towards the shoulder. Obviously opposite on your right side. Breathe. Relax. Take your time here. You can do some windshield wiper movement, reaching up. Or kind of bring yourself into or as the collarbone lifts up into more of the lower fibers of pec. So you can check that out. You can also roll the ball, bring yourself up to roll the ball down. To get into the lower fibers. Again, you can explore movement of that arm that you're working through. And then slowly working yourself away from the ball to roll out across the front of the shoulder. Always work right underneath the line of the clavicle as well, the collarbone. As pecs attach into that, there can be a lot of tension. There's a muscle underneath the clavicle called subclavius. Yeah, it's a sassy little muscle there, so that can be some work there to kind of lengthen that muscle, some elevation and depression of the shoulder, lifting that shoulder up towards the ear and then gliding the fingers down away, reaching the shoulder down towards the hip. That can change your life. And then, oh man, yeah, coming out across the shoulder, you'll start getting into that subscapularis, the anterior, the front rotator cuff muscle, and into the attachment of pec, through delt, through bicep tendon. It's like we're multitasking here, folks. You can do some movement of that shoulder, some movement of the arm, some flexion and extension of the elbow. But I like to kind of just sink in here, let the weight do the work. Then you can follow that all the way down through bicep if you're interested. How that feels. Hot dang. Take your time there, whether you started on your dominant side or on the side that that has been injured in the past, you might need to keep working there, or if you feel like you're done, you can always move to the other side. I'm going to move to my right side now. Underneath the collarbone. Arm out to the side. Head in your hand. Questioning life. Breathing. Relaxing. Take your time. Search around with the ball. Move yourself up to move the ball down into the lower pec muscles. Bring yourself across that shoulder. Get up right underneath the collarbone and do that elevation, depression to work a little bit more through subclavius there. And then get all the way across the shoulder slowly. Bringing yourself down and taking the time for yourself. Going into bicep, pec attachment on the humerus at the top here. Joint capsule of the glenohumeral joint, the shoulder joint. We're doing it all, man. Just listen and take the time where you need it. And come all the way down through bicep there. If you need, depending on what you do, that might feel very different from side to side, bicep, the way we use our arms. Hopefully you try and be as ambidextrous as you can. That's definitely valuable. Excellent, and then when you're done, you can come out of that, bring yourself back to reality. Oh. Yeah, and then you can just do some shoulder circles here. Maybe some neck circles. Excellent, and there you go. Hopefully you're feeling good. Take some time here for yourself. Relax, drink some water, eat some good food. Take care, and yeah, we'll see you next time.